Hey guys, this is Cyber Dragon here, bringing you guys part 6 of What If Deku with Sub-Zero. Now, I did leave the last part on a cliffhanger, but I did not show how I was going to do the battle exactly. I wanted to do it on a separate part on its own because I worked through it for the past 2 days or so now, after stop recording the fifth part. And I am currently still working on another series, which I'm getting close to getting on how I will start it off. And not only that, currently I'm in the middle of a snowstorm, so yeah, so I have plenty of time to record videos. I might record 3 videos today, maybe 2 at max though. This one and either the Taskmaster one, or if I do actually get the other part, figure out that one as well. But be sure that this part and Taskmaster should be out at least. The other series you will see later on, if I figure out how to start off the story properly. Because I am still working through it, but otherwise, let's get to it. As we last left off, everyone has done taking their test, except for Deku and Frost, or Izuku and Zumi, with their actual name. Deku's saying that, Frost, we need to formulate a plan to defeat All Might. If yours and my powers combine, we can easily do it. Frost simply stayed quiet, and Deku, knowing what she is thinking. She is thinking to just fight All Might alone to prove that she is superior. Deku said, alrighty then. How about this? You fight All Might alone, and if you cannot defeat him after you are knocked out or incapable of fighting, I will finish my own. So, sorry, my throat is a bit clogged up at the moment. I did just wake up, so I have not had a drink yet. But yeah, so first, simply not in agreement. Not really wanted to talk to Deku. After all, after the sports festival, she hasn't really been in a talkative mood with him. Not at school or at home. He is not really liking that. He truly does love his sister, and Inko is not really even happy about that either. She wants her children to get along, but Deku is trying while Frost is not. More or less, Frost is wanting to defeat All Might to prove that she is more superior than anyone in 1A, and that she can't even beat anyone in 1A, or in UA in general. Such, the test begins. Frost bolts through the gate as soon as it opened. Deku simply walked, as everyone in the monitor room is watching. Especially the ones who failed, because they are wondering how they will do with All Might non-restricted. Because the people who failed still in canon. Bakugo just so happened to be with Shoji? Duplo-Arm's guy, basically. Because Hakakure is not in 1A. At least, not yet. I don't think. Because, yeah, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, so everyone's like, she's facing him alone? Shouldn't she try to formulate a plan? Because everyone saw Deku tried to talk to her, but she was not talking back. Bakugo simply said she thinks she can defeat All Might alone. That's basically suicide if you think you can do it all alone. Only one person in this class I think even has a chance, and it is Deku. But still, that is still not a great chance. especially because All Might is non-restricted with no cuffs on. Although some weights down, actually. Yeah. And since Deku noticed that there's somewhat of a change in wind pressure, he formed a large barrier around him. Several thick ice layers. Frost a coward. As such, she get hit with massive gusts of air. We all know that's All Might's Detroit Smash, just down the, like the halfway point of the city. And as such, almost all of that ice that's around Deku is broken. Not all of it, though. Most of it, though. As Frost gets back up, she hears a laugh of All Might. Ha ha ha! You should have really never tried to face me alone, young Frost. He said Izumi, but for simplicity's sake, I'm still gonna call her Frost. That's what her hero name is, and that's what some people even call her as a nickname, because she gives everyone the cold shoulder. But yeah. As All Might states now, don't forget, this is a test. So if you don't treat this seriously, you may fail. I am a villain in this. So, treat me as such, hero. As he is giving off a menacing aura, everyone can sense it through the monitors. And Frost, not scared, just forms two small kunais in her hand, charging at All Might, trying to slash at him. So, as such, All Might just punches, throws a smash, sending her flying to a light pole. As she starts throwing ice projectiles, ice spikes, ice glacier moves like Todoroki does, anything as projectiles, and just even going up for close attacks for forming ice blades on her hands, and drills too. But nothing is working. She's getting thrown around like a ragdoll. At this point, she's getting more enraged and more tired. Just she's not even focusing on what she's doing. She's just throwing random ice at All Might. Past the buildings even, hitting the buildings. She's not worrying about collateral damage. She's just worrying about defeating All Might. So she gets punched through the building now. So she's not knocked out, but All Might turns his attention to the still ice barrier around Deku. All Might walks in like young Midoriya or Zuko. You cannot hide from me. This is a test after all. And he just simply smashes it open, hoping to hit Deku in the process too, but there's nothing inside. All Might is like, where did he go? Looking around now. Deku teleported near Frost, at Frost, saying if she was okay. Frost says, screw off. Stay out of my way. I'm going back out there. Deku simply says, you have already lost. Give up already and let me do it. You run to the exit just in case. And, sir, I will hold him off. Deku knows he can beat All Might, but he wants that as a last resort. Although he really does want to fight All Might. Because he wants to see if he can surpass All Might. Just in case if he has to when he's ready to take the mantle of the #1 hero, yet or not. Frost simply says, no, I will fight him until my last breath, or until death. Deku, realizing he cannot convince her, simply says, fine. And you might be wondering, why did he not teleport? Well, they said, for fairness, to not teleport to out of there. They have to let Frost do the exiting. If Frost is unconscious, then you have to run to it. So yeah, they made him not to be able to teleport out the city. But they said you can teleport small distances. Anywhere. Or not at all. Yeah, you can't teleport at all and make the ice dragon to fly over. Deku agreed to this terms because, as I said, he really wants to fight All Might, and he thinks that it would be unfair for him to simply do that. Frost heads out there again, doing the same stuff again. So trying to hope to hit him. And she does get somewhat of a scratch on his cheek, but All Might says, "Your test is already over, young Frost. I'm sorry, but you will fail here." As he socks her in the gut, knocking the wind out of her, and making her hit a building again, this time actually knocking her out. Deku teleported in the middle of the arena, where All Might is at too. All Might looks in the door and like, so you decided to fight finally. Deku saying, yes. So Frost did not want to learn that he needs to work well with others. So she needed to learn that she needs to formulate plans against a greater enemy, such as you. But not only that, so that she can hopefully get over her inferiority complex now, and to see that there's other people greater than her. Oh my, so that's what you were doing. Since the sports festival, says Izuku. Oh my, well then, since she clearly has failed, it's time for you to get ready for your fight. Deku simply removed the mask, showing he has a smile on his face, such as All Might does. He's like, I've been looking forward to this fight. I want to see if I can compare to the #1 hero and take his place now, if I am ready to uphold your mantle. All Might is actually really happy to see that he's taken this seriously now, about to take this seriously, and happy that he is ready to see if he's even ready to take All Might's place right now. And All Might is actually curious himself, so they both ready up. All Might getting in a fighting stance, and Deku charging one for all, 25% specifically, throughout all of his body. He has full cowling. Everyone is looking at the screen in awe and wondering, what is this that Deku is doing? Bakugo, they all kind of look at Bakugo, seeing he knows. Bakugo simply said, I don't know, this is new. I don't know how long he had this power. He possibly could have had it since the 10 months of training, and I would want to know. Everyone's now even surprised, because there's electric blue aura around him now. And not only that, but Frost's actually coming off his body more intensely. Not only that, his eyes are glowing, kind of like how they are in the picture, but more brighter, as he is giving a big smile, ready for the fight ahead of him. Because he does enjoy some battles against a lot of strong opponents. Whenever Bakugo and him fight, he does give somewhat of a smile to see Bakugo's improvement, but also their fight. But this one is a big smile, and All Might is also happy to see that Deku is ready for an intense fight, because All Might has been lacking in good fights lately, and he is wanting to see how well they do. Such, they charge each other, both with a smash. While the both fists are colliding, a massive shockwave hit the city. Small particles of ice even going through it. As they split the city in half. Through the middle part of the city. So yeah. All the class is surprised that Deku had that much strength to uphold against All Might. So, to collide the fist with All Might and not budge. As now, both of them are throwing blows after blows. All Might punches and other karate chops and whatnot like that, and Deku making ice weapons to help him. Ice gauntlets not ice gauntlets, not yet at least. Says for kicks and punches himself, but also the ice weapons and just ice blasts in general. All Might dodging most of them, getting hit by some, but breaking it off after throwing a smash each time. So it's been going on for quite a bit now. Both All Might and Deku is getting tired. All Might visibly tired. Deku breathing slightly heavy. Everyone at the room is surprised that Deku is actually holding his against All Might himself, the #1 hero. Frost is semi-conscious seeing this fight. She's even shocked at how much power Deku has. As Deku and All Might gives a big smile and simply says, "Let's finish this." All Might charging 100%, while Deku is forming an ice gauntlet around his arm. So, forming like armor of ice on his arm, up to his forearm. Not up to his forearm, but like up to his forearm and elbow. It is quite big, and they both say different Smash names as they both towards each other. All Might saying Detroit Smash, forming a very powerful one, and Deku saying crap, I forgot the name I actually came up with it, but Glacier Smash. Yeah, Glacier Smash. As both collides, it looks like two giant tornadoes form. One of ice, one of pure wind. As both of them slightly combining, forming a giant blizzard now around the two punches. It seems that All Might is getting the upper hand, but Deku simply charges more for one for all throughout his arm, charging up to 40%. Bringing part of Deku's costume even further, up to his shoulder. And the ice is even getting more powered up, as it now looks like Deku is getting more upper hand. And such, they let go of the punches and punch again. The same massive punch, and a massive explosion causes ice particles flying and making somewhat of steam and smoke. Smoke and ice particles flying around. The screens are covered and no one can see what's going on. After the smoke dissipates and the ice too, they see a shocking sight. Deku standing over an unconscious body of All Might. Not completely unconscious, he is just unconscious enough to keep his buff form out. But Deku is standing victorious in his torn outfit, his hood flown off and his mask around his neck. As Deku raises his fist in victory, and with the fist he won with that smash, he is declared the winner. Everyone in the monitor room seeing the massive amount of power displayed. Momo is ecstatic to see Deku this strong, and he won against #1 and passed the test. Bakugo, happy for his friend, but also realizing that he is tremendously strong and that Bakugo won't be catching up anytime soon to his friend in strength. the rest of the students are happy for Deku too. Frost, on the other hand, is now have a murderous intent toward Deku, thinking to himself, like, if I were the only child born, I would have been born with that power that my brother has. I would have been the only child and had all the power for myself. It's not fair and whatnot. And she has murderous intents towards Deku now. Anytime they will fight in class, she will go for the kill. And Deku simply looks at All Might at a victorious stand, decides to wake him up, so he just shots some water at him. All Might wakes up, seeing that his successor won. All Might is beyond proud at this point that Deku took on a full Detroit smash at 100% of One For All, and defeated him with somewhat of the same form, but more with his ice too. And Deku's already ready to become the next symbol of peace and #1 hero. Aizawa is also glad to see Deku perform so well, and he's even thinking he's already ready to be a hero. Not most people can be a hero, but he's certainly got it already. As such, All Might and them leaves out of the battle arena, and Deku is being bombarded with questions of what that power was, and being congratulated not only by the students, but by some of the teachers as well, just as Midnight, Aizawa, Nezu as well, and President Mike, I'm gonna say, and Recovery Girl. As Deku simply smiled and saying that was a tough fight, but I'm happy that I've proven that I can uphold All Might's mantle as the next #1. And that is where I'm going to leave it off. Only reason why I didn't do this last part, I did not know how I wanted to do it specifically. And I really wanted to get more detailed into it. Such, I'm happy that I waited because I actually... Yeah, so I'm happy that I waited a bit because I did like the way how I do this. I wish I could have came up with a better name for the smash Deku made with his ice, but it's good, I guess. If you guys can come up with a better name than Glacier Smash, then yeah. Because I'm not that great with making names like that. Also, if you guys could give me names for the ice creatures Deku can make. We still have a polar bear, a saber-toothed tiger, a wolf, and an ice dragon to name. I actually think I'm going to name the wolf Luna, as in Lunar Lights. So, I guess that's one name. The other 3 names I have not come up with yet. Oh, and an ice mammoth. Which actually, yeah, we're just going to name him Manny. Because Ice Age, duh. But yeah, so this is the end of the video, and I will be recording Taskmaster Part 3 here sooner or later today. I'm just gonna think of the other series I'm working on currently. So yeah, bye.